Hey, what's up, ladies and gentle tubers? It's Tyler. Welcome back to the EVERIDE channel, and thank you so much for joining me again for days 4 and 5 of this ridiculously fun rally. Now, if you've watched the first 2 videos in this series, you already know the drill. We start with some intro goodness, cut straight to the cinematic highlights, then get to the raw stuff, and you are gonna want to hang out until then, because I've got some huge announcements about the Southwest Utah EVERIDE Discovery Route, a legitimate dual sport treasure hunt out here in the desert, and the big one, the first ever international dual sport super rally in the Dominican Republic. On this rally, we had been shredding for 3 days straight by this point, and we wanted to have a chill day just to get out, ride, and enjoy a bit of nature on the bikes, and even do some legitimate dual sporting with a bit of pavement thrown in. So naturally, we chose a trail that nearly killed me a few years earlier. Granted, years earlier, I was a far less experienced rider on a big, loaded down KLR 650, and if you want to see that video, the card will be in the upper right-hand corner. But this time, though, we'd be on light little 2-strokes with plenty of water, plenty of daylight, and a hair more skill.
Have you ever had a chance to take it and unbreak it for a little while? I was never one to be mistaken, but I'd take it a little while. Hey, you're stuck here, all the thoughts again. Vines are wrapping around your fingertips, and the night is closing in. In the darkness, I think it's time. I built you I built you Have you ever had a chance to take it and unbreak it for a little while? I was never one to be mistaken, but I'd taken a little while. Hey, you're running in circles again, waking up in a cold sweat, and the night is closing in. The darkness, I think it's time. I built you I built you I built you I built you
So with the rally's final day upon us, we were down to just 4. Megs was on her way to Oregon for her next clinic, Bruce was off again to stay on schedule on his epic Western US adventure, and Travis had to run back to California because, I don't know, he probably forgot his pants again or something. So Jeremy, Craig, Michael, and me were all that was left. And according to the body battery function on Jeremy and Craig's fancy smartwatches, we were all pronounced dead. Except Michael, who I'm sure could have handled another month straight of shredding. But for my sake, the rally's final ride couldn't be another 8-hour slog in the late spring heat. We needed something short but challenging, scenic but close to home, and with something rare here in the desert, a shady spot to rest. Luckily, I knew just the trail.
You don't have to lie to me. Don't fill your head with things and think you're free. I can smell the fear, I think you made clear. Yeah, I could be rude, be in the mood, I could be rotten. I could be cool, mind like a fool, but never forgotten. Creeping in the dark, waiting for you. You won't like what you see. Yeah, I feel like a monster. I'm just here to haunt you. I've become your nightmare, slipping in your dreams. I'm the definition of the worst kind of mean. Yeah, I feel like a monster, and I'm just here to haunt you. I've become your nightmare, slipping in your dreams. I'm the definition of the worst kind of mean. Yeah, I feel like a monster. For you, I'm not heater on you. No, I'm just telling you the facts. Oh, these chains can keep me down. Yeah. I can be rude, be in the mood, I can be rotten. I can be cool, mind like a fool, but never forgotten. Creeping in the dark, waiting for you. Yeah, I feel like a monster, and I'm just here to haunt you. Dreams, I'm the definition of the worst kind of mean. Yeah, I feel like a monster, and I'm just here to haunt you. I've become your nightmare, slipping in your dreams. I'm the definition of the worst kind of mean. Yeah, I feel like a monster.
Are you okay, dude? That's amazing.
By the end of the trail, Jeremy's Husaberg was barely running, Craig's shoulder and ankle were officially hammered, and my body was running on fumes. Michael, as always, was good to give her a go for another 8 hours, but we convinced him that we should probably cruise back to the Moto Mansion and finally call it a day. In the end, this was easily one of my top rallies of all time, and I say that pretty much about every rally, but this one really was special. Meeting Megs and riding with Travis was absolutely incredible and an experience that I'll never forget. And it certainly wouldn't have been the same without the legendary crew of gentlemen that came to this rally. Craig, Michael, Jeremy, and Bruce, you guys are absolute rock stars, and I can't wait to ride with you again. It was awesome, not only the riding, but there's so much that happens behind the scenes. Really good times where we're just sitting around in the Moto Mansion, talking about riding, talking about life, making good friends, watching awesome videos. It's just, you just have to kind of see it to believe it. It really is just such an awesome bonding experience. All right, you guys, it is finally time for those big, huge announcements. And I can't even describe how stoked I am about these, but also how nervous I am. It's kind of the reason why I've been hesitating to finalize this video, because these are huge commitments for my family and me and for the 2022 rally schedule. So I just really want to make sure that I get this right, and it's intimidating. But doing scary stuff is how adventures are made, both metaphorically and, in my case, kind of literally. So let's start with the most exciting news first, the first ever international EVERIDE Super Rally. We're going to get things going, hopefully, in the Dominican Republic in March. As you saw in the series, Bruce is an awesome guy and a great rider, and he offered to help with some of the logistics since he lives in the DR. So we've been looking into lodging, bikes, food, car rentals, all the things, all of the prices of those things, and I'm pretty sure that we can pull this off. But I want to know if you guys are interested in doing something like this with me. So in the description below, there is a link to a form to measure interest in this EVERIDE Super Rally in March 2022. And for right now, everything is tentative, so we won't be taking any payments yet, don't make any serious plans yet. We just want to see if there's interest. Now, there probably will be. I've already had a lot of people hear rumors of this and contact me about it. Anyway, let's say that there is a ton of demand for the Super Rally. Well, filling out the form doesn't guarantee you a spot, but it will guarantee you that you get a notification as soon as it's available to book. So it is worth your time if you are interested to fill out that form. So anyway, our goal is to make this trip totally all-inclusive, which means it will include all of your food, your lodging at a really nice, we're looking at really upscale Airbnbs and things like that. It'll include your motorcycle rental, which in and of itself is a kind of a huge undertaking. And the Dominican Republic has a high import tax, which means really nice bikes are really, really hard to get. So the bikes that we rent will probably be more like Top Gear style beaters, which in my opinion is more awesome. So they're probably going to be older Japanese dual sports, maybe some newer Chinese dual sports. My friend Bruce saw some bikes that looked like some GPX bikes that we might be able to rent, and those GPX bikes are great. So anyway, it will also include, some special EVERIDE swag, of course, guided touring from expert locals, and then the big perk, I'm going to do kind of some documentary style filming for probably somewhere in the range of 6 to 10 days, depending on the demand. And we like to set up lodging so that there's a maximum of just 2 guests per room, which is perfect for couples or like a father-son trip. Meals will be had at locals' favorite restaurants, and then also, as always, just fresh, delicious cooking by my awesome wife, Jessie. And if you doubt her cooking, ask anybody who has been to an EVERIDE rally. She's absolutely amazing. So the thing that is not included is the flight. You'll have to provide your own flights to the Dominican Republic, but we will pick you up at the airport and provide a support vehicle for the rides, transport you around the island. You will need to bring your own motorcycle gear, including a helmet and armored full-length boots, you know the rule, and appropriate body armor. And because really we don't want to have any kind of accidents down there that send somebody to the hospital or whatever. We're still working out all the details, obviously, but for my awesome patrons and producers who contribute to my channel, I'd like to offer a really solid discount. We don't know what that will be yet. Maybe we could cover your flight. Maybe we could figure something out, but we want to do something special for people who have helped the videos, who have helped the channel. So what about the price? Well, I've got this fancy spreadsheet that is going over all of the expenses, all of the probabilities, and I want to make this the absolute best value possible for people who come. But I also want to make sure that I at least break even when compared to hosting rallies here in Southwest Utah. So depending on the demand, the Super Rallies will likely last from 6 to 10 days and cost around $3,500 to $4,000. That's US dollars. But that price could drop to around $3,000 if there's enough interest. Again, I'm not going to make a fortune on this, but I definitely want to cover the cost. I don't want to lose money, and I don't want to lose money in opportunity costs by running a rally in the Dominican Republic versus just running rallies on one of the best months here in Southwest Utah. And as is usually the case in all the situations, Costco style, the more people who can come, the lower the price will be. So it's a great idea to come in a group, bring your spouse, your kid, your friends, daddy-daughter date, whatever. The first rally will be limited to 8 riders, and all of them, if we have more than one rally, they're all just going to be limited to 8 rallies. But anyway, if there is interest, what I'm saying is we might host more than one rally down there. And again, we will have all of the information, including solid dates in March and solid prices once we get the feedback from that form in the description. So that would be really helpful if you filled that out, if you're interested. What's the riding going to be like? It will likely be moderately difficult. Nothing too gnarly. Again, we just really don't want to have any injuries. We're going to be going at a relaxed pace, plenty of scenic winding pavement, lots of double track and casual single track. This is going to be more about culture and exploration and just exploring this incredible island. Riders on the rally definitely don't need to be experts, but they should be comfortable operating dual sport motorcycles off-road. That means hill climbs, whoops, single track, slicks, muddy surfaces, some sand. You're going to need to be able to do those things to be comfortable on this rally, and you should be a capable rider. You don't need to be pro, you don't need to be crazy, but you should be able to ride. You absolutely must have proficiency with clutch control, shifting, braking, turning on both pavement and in dirt, and be in good health. For brand new riders, we're going to say that you should not attend this one. We really, really don't want to have any medical issues while we're down there. So riders will be required to handle their own international travel, including passports, documents, licensing, insurance, and all the other travel necessities, including those that could be related to the pandemic, like testing or whatever. For right now, it looks like airfare will be from $300 to $600, depending on where you're flying from. And the Dominican Republic looks incredible. I seriously, if this happens, I can't wait to go and explore it. Hispaniola, which is that big island that shares Haiti and the Dominican Republic, is about the same width as Utah. So that's pretty big. There will be plenty to explore and discover. The food will be great. The lodging will be fantastic. The riding will be epic. And the company, I hope the company will be amazing. I'm really keeping my fingers crossed that some of my, rally favorites will be able to come. Just see some familiar faces. But anyway, the biggest perk of this Super Rally will be that you will be the stars in this amazing short film documentary featured on the EVERIDE channel. You'll also get all of the raw footage of the rally to show off to your friends. And, it's going to be a new and kind of different, maybe scary adventure for everybody involved. It's guaranteed adventure. We're all just kind of new to this. So go ahead and check out the link in the form in the description below. Remember that this is all inclusive. 6 to 10 days with all of your lodging, motorcycles, food, video, and our target price is to be lower than $3,500, but again, it depends on how many people are interested in coming. So please head to the forum. Let me know if this is something you'd be interested in doing with me. All right, moving on. Recently, I've talked a little bit about doing the SWUEDR, or SWUEDR, call it SWUEDR, or the Southwest Utah EVERIDE Discovery Route. And if you Utah BDR guys have a problem with me calling it a Discovery Route, I'll change it. It's the route anyway. Sometimes there's weird stuff like that. I think the BDR guys are super cool. I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to give it a shot this September, right now, in just a couple of weeks. But my cousin and my really good friend Dallas was pretty seriously injured in a motorcycle race. And beyond that, my family got a heavily controversial illness, which pushed back the DRZ rebuild and kind of put things on pause for a while. So I think we've got to push that back into late spring or early fall of 2022. So I know that that's bad news, but as my 5-year-old son would say all the time, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So for those of you who are looking forward to the SWUEDR, we've just got to wait a while. Sorry about that. It's just how it goes. And as for the first EVERIDE treasure hunt, here's the plan so far. So for the 2022 rally season, we wanted to do something different and kind of test this idea of a DIY rally, where basically it's the same as an epic week-long rally, but a lot cheaper, and you would guide yourselves. We wouldn't include full lunches or dinners, but we'd still provide breakfasts that you could cook up and trail snacks. And then basically, you go out and ride where you want to ride with who you want to ride with, as long as you're in at least a group of 2, as long as you're using the buddy system. The cost would be about $100 per day, so far less than even a crappy hotel here in town. You'd still get access to the Moto Mansion, the secure garage, free breakfast, free snacks, all that good stuff. It just wouldn't include my own, presence. I wouldn't be there to film or guide or do dinners. But what I would do is provide my own custom maps, GPS tracks, and advice on which trails I think would be really fun for you to go ride. And when it comes to maps, I can't think of maps without thinking of treasure maps. So I thought, what the heck? Treasure hunts are all the rage right now. So what if I make this into an awesome treasure hunt? Now, here's the thing. I don't know the details of what the treasure will be or how we'll do the treasure hunts. Like if I literally just stash a Tupperware bin full of cash out in the desert somewhere. No, I probably won't do that. Or if I have you guys take selfies at cool locations and turn them in for clues to the big prize, or, if there's going to be poetry and ciphers and all kinds of awesome piratey treasury stuff. But just know that we're working on it, and come 2022, it's going to be legendary. That's why the rally schedule is a little bit behind. We want to make this really cool. So, you guys, of course, more information will be coming soon, but that's it for now. Please check out that link to the forum if you're interested in the Dominican Republic. And again, as always, thank you so much for watching, and a huge, huge thanks to my patrons and producers for making this video, and the rallies, and basically everything that I do possible. In the summer, when I don't do rallies because it's too hot, you guys keep me afloat, and my goodness, it would not exist without you. Nothing would exist without you guys. So you're the absolute best. Thank you so, so much. And as always, much love. EVERIDE out.